Hi, in this short video we want to examine what exactly is stress and why do we get stressed. Now we know that chronic stress damages our health. It affects our physical, mental and emotional well-being. The research already tells us that stress can lead to elevated blood pressure and in turn to heart disease and stroke. Stress has been associated with headaches, asthma, diabetes, depression, anxiety, and irritable bowel syndrome. It's also been linked to premature aging and Alzheimer's disease. So what exactly is it? Well, put simply, it's how we feel whenever we sense that we are unable to cope with the pressures being placed upon us. And stress sets off a powerful chain reaction that happens instantaneously. And this chain reaction is called the fight or flight response. Now, the fight or flight response is our primitive, inborn response to danger that prepares the body to fight or run from attack, harm, or threat to our survival. So, as soon as we perceive danger, it prepares us to either fight for our lives or run away. And this inbuilt survival response was invaluable. It was essential to primitive humans when humankind faced real life-threatening dangers perhaps every single day. And is one of the main reasons that we've made it into the 21st century. Made it to the 21st century as the dominant species. However, there is a slight drawback or problem with the fight or flight response in the present day. And that's because although we occasionally face real danger in the shape of war or burglary or accident, that's very much the exception in the modern world. However, the fight or flight response is aroused whenever we perceive any threat, even modern day threats, if they can be called such. Bills, bank statements, traffic jams, cranky kids, difficulties in relationships, or just overload at work. When a threat of any description is perceived, the brain signals the body to release powerful hormones into the bloodstream to facilitate immediate and dramatic physical action. These hormones are often referred to as the stress hormones, including epinephrine, which is probably better known as adrenaline, norepinephrine and cortisol, and these are extremely powerful. And as soon as they hit the bloodstream, they set up an immediate chain reaction in our bodies. Increased heart rate, our breathing gets faster to provide oxygen for the exertion that lies ahead. Increased blood pressure. Our pupils dilate. We focus intensely. Our muscles become tense, ready for action. Our perspiration increases. Blood clotting chemicals are released in case we get injured. There is an inhibition of sexual desire. There is no point worrying about the pretty girl if her boyfriend is about to assault us. Sugars and fats flood the bloodstream to provide us with instant energy. And effectively, our entire digestive system closes down. Now, acute stress is a psychological condition arising in response to a traumatic event or even witnessing a traumatic event that produces a strong emotional response. As opposed to chronic stress, and that's the response to an emotional pressure suffered over a prolonged period of time, in which the person perceives that he or she has little or no control, and this leads to a constant dripping or release of stress hormones. And many now believe that humans are not particularly well designed to deal with chronic stress. There are effectively three types or signs of stress. There's a physical sign, there's an emotional sign, and a behavioral sign. So physical signs of stress: insomnia or difficulty getting off to sleep, constant tiredness or fatigue, headaches or dizziness, palpitations, a shakiness in the hands, rashes across the face or the body, digestive problems that can ultimately lead on to more serious conditions like ulcers or colitis, and muscular tension and cramps, very often experienced in the neck, the shoulders, or perhaps in the lower back. A constant need to urinate, feelings of sickness, breathlessness, and an uncomfortable dry mouth. Now, behavioral signs of stress: alcohol or drug abuse, emotional eating, trying to change the way we feel with food, or the opposite might be a complete loss of appetite, excessive smoking, aggressive behavior, obsessive behavior, spending on unnecessary items. And emotional signs of stress include feeling sad and helpless, a sense of hopelessness, being angry and aggressive, feeling guilty for no reason, feeling a failure of no value, low confidence and self-esteem, a lack of interest in personal appearance, perhaps not washing or changing clothes frequently, no motivation, complete apathy, poor concentration and very often difficulty in making decisions or remembering things, loss of interest, even in things that you once used to enjoy. Stressors are the things that set us off. They're the triggers. And we tend to divide them into everyday stressors, the things we encounter on a regular basis, traumatic stressors, and also stressors from our past, hysterical stressors. Now, common everyday stressors might include illness or pain with ourselves or perhaps a loved one, debt and financial pressure, relationship problems, unemployment, the rapidly accelerating pace of modern life, family problems, social pressures, work or career, life changes, perhaps getting married, becoming divorced, becoming a parent, misuse of alcohol or drugs. And major trauma obviously is a significant stressor, and this can include things such as accidents, assault or being a victim of a crime, war or terrorism, rape or sexual assault, natural disaster. Many things can be incredibly traumatic and life-changing. And historical stressors, and these are things that tend to come back. They tend to return at some point in our lives. And these things can include bullying, child abuse, illness or accident in our younger years, major trauma, bereavement, alienation or separation, poor parenting, or growing up in a dysfunctional home. Now, if you feel that your stress levels are starting to bring you down, see your doctor immediately. And in addition, you might consider hypnotherapy as a safe, effective way to restore good physical, mental and emotional health. To find out more, give me a call. That's me there on the left. Simply contact Sean on 087 289 5171 or just send me off a little email, info@seanmcgee.ie, and you'll be assured of a totally professional, totally confidential service. Thanks for taking time to join me for this short presentation. Thank you.